if you have to connect the fact of the mindset and how you were trained as a child and the fact that you had to succeed, you had that binary construct, did it play out in higher education as well?
Just to rewind a little, I got to Bangalore after I finished my 10th. And in Bangalore, 11th and 12th is college, right? PUC.
Junior
it's
college.
Not school anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
like
junior
in
college.
Mumbai.
Like in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So, straight to college from...
Which college was this?
MES college in Bangalore. And before that, my 8th, 9th, 10th, I was in Moradabad.
Nice.
Which is Uttar Pradesh, of course, like the back of beyond. So straight from there to Bangalore, and you just get pushed into this college. And I was very clear that I don't want to do science. I was not at all inclined towards science. So arts was a taboo, like what will you do with arts? So the left was commerce, so I took commerce. And in the first 2 years of 11th and 12th, and then the first year of degree is where I enjoyed my college life, where of course there were studies, but I was also part of the dance troupe in college, which went out to do a professional dancing later, etc. So I was part of that, and my life was split in college between studies and this. Come first year degree, I guess I was all of 19 at that time. Dad said, try for CA. I said, okay, why not wait and do MBA later? Dad said, no, your my Tauji was a CA, both the Taujis, and he kind of said, just go for it. I said, okay, fine, let me go. And at that time, we had what we call as foundation course, which you could take right after your 12th and need not finish your degree.
Parallelly, along with the degree.
Yeah. Degree moves to being into a correspondence. And so year one into degree, I decided to take up my foundation exam. And I hoped I wouldn't pass, but I passed. And
why did you hope? This is very interesting.
I wanted to continue with my college life, right?
Okay.
I mean, because then I had to quit college, and we had to start doing our articleship. We had to start working with somebody, and it's cutting short 3 years of college. And of course, it's a lot of studying. I mean, CA, obviously, everybody says ratta maro, right? That goes on. But I cleared, and then my dad was like, now why are you like questioning it? Just keep going with it, right? So then I moved out of college, took the degree in correspondence, and I joined BP Rao & Co., which is a tier 2 firm in Bangalore. Again, in the family, my dad knew somebody, got me in, quite renowned. And from day one, we were working.
Right.
Like 8 to 10 in the night kind of work. So at the age of 20 is when I technically started working. And then you had to do your classes for studying for CA intermediate. So I used to go to the institute. They used to have some sessions, extra classes, 5 in the morning, 5 to 8, study there, get to your job, finish 10, come back home, study for another couple of hours, sleep for 2 hours. That used to be a routine. And the only fun quotient that I ever had in that was on Saturday, we used to have half a day at work.
Okay.
And college used to be half a day as well. My friends were still in college. In my entire section, I was the only one who took foundation and moved out, and my rest of my gang is like having fun in college. So Saturday I used to go and hang around with them post lunch, and that used to be the only like free time that we ever had. But slowly, right, I first Saturday, second Saturday, a few months into Saturdays, then you start realizing that the way they think and the way you are thinking when you're working is so far apart.
Completely different.
Completely different. Now you can't relate to the conversations, you can't relate. So slowly that starts coming down, right? And then maybe 6 months, 8 months, then you're just kind of out of the circle and
you drift
you have a completely different
circle.
Yeah. So while it saved 2.5 years in my life in getting to professional world, I think the piece of advice I always give anybody who's doing CA is not to lose that out. Like continue with your college, have the fun, because then there's no looking back once you're there. So those 3 years, I finished my CA in the first attempt, both the intermediate and final.
Wow.
And
so you're one of those rare 1% that they call.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, we were at that time the statistics said 0.4%.
Crazy.
Who would pass out the CA exams. So luckily I managed to pass out in the 2.5 years time frame, and so